Good afternoon. How you feeling today? Today, a lot of what I'm going to talk about is the love of the outdoors, and in particular, rock climbing. Ooh. I live for adventure. My father, Ron, was the one that gave me this sport and this great love for the outdoors. And he loved the sport so much that he actually named me Craig, because Craig is the Gaelic word for rock. This is my power spot, and a huge part of what gives me so much magic in life, has saved me from so many difficult situations, is going to a place that I really feel lights me up, I'll say. So this is me the very first time my father took me climbing. Aren't I cute? Big wall climbing is anything higher than 500 feet that normally takes at least a full day, if not several days. So Ken and I decided to go to one of the most famous places to climb in the world. It's called Yosemite. So Half Dome looks directly across Yosemite Valley to the most famous and most difficult climb in the world. It's called El Capitan. El Capitan is 3,000 vertical feet. It takes 4 days and 3 nights to get to the top. A month before we set off to climb El Capitan, we wanted to do something significant, something that would really test us to make sure we were ready for this. So we went to a place in Colorado. It's called the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. We finally found the climb after a long day's hike, had a successful first day, but our second day, 1,000 feet up on this rock face, I had a fall. I fell about 20 feet of free fall straight to the ledge onto my right foot. It shattered my right leg below the knee. So what happened after that was 18 hours of self-rescue, marked by brotherhood, incredible courage and determination, and so many things that changed my life for the better. Well, we lived to tell the tale, obviously. I had a 100% recovery of my leg, and in 2011, which was 5 years after the accident, the Travel Channel made an episode of a television show about it. It's called Got Home Alive. Ken and I convinced the producers to let us be ourselves in the reenactment. It was my first paid acting job. Isn't that cool? The nighttime was the time of darkness in the Black Canyon, the time of suffering, the time of this incredible journey we had to go through. And when that was over, we would come back into the light. We found out my leg had been broken in 2 different places, but I had a cast on my leg the next week, back in the Garden of the Gods, and I was climbing with a cast on my leg. But when they saw that I was doing this intentionally and that I could do it with this handicap, people just erupted into applause and cheering, and were giving me hugs and high fives. And it made me realize, like, wow, that's true. Once I broke the leg and got the cast on, everybody was telling me what I can't do. But after doing this on the rock, realizing that I could still do what I loved safely, it made me think, what else can I do with a cast on? He examined my leg after 6 weeks, and he said, what have you been doing? Have you been seeing a different doctor? Did you have a special treatment? I said, why? He said, because your leg is healed. We can take the cast off today. I said, well, I've been pretty active. I didn't tell him everything I'd been doing. But I've kind of been living in my mind like nothing ever happened. I've been doing what I love and still using my body a lot. I really kind of have been seeing myself like I had a whole body, like my leg was already healed. And so for me, this was the first time in my life I really saw the power of the mind and how it affects my physical body. Exactly 1 year after my accident, we went to Yosemite Park. The nose of El Capitan is shaped like an hourglass, so it goes up at an angle, straight up, and then it's overhung for the last 500 feet. So the higher you climb, the more you're looking over a completely dead open space. You want to do it, right? Well, after all we'd been through in the Black Canyon, that incredibly crazy first day on El Capitan, 4 full days, 3 nights of sleeping on the rock, wouldn't you believe it? We reached the 3,000-foot summit of El Capitan. We did it. Thank you. Everything from the Black Canyon incident was about a physical descent into darkness. I really feel like the brotherhood, my athleticism, my courage and determination really saved me from that. But about 10 years later, I faced the first situation in my life with a mental descent into darkness. So I mentioned to you last night that I struggled with Lyme disease. At the Las Vegas finals for Ninja Warrior, when I did my final run, I got onto the course and my body just stopped working. I crashed on the second obstacle. It was like trying to throw a dead body across this thing. I couldn't make any use of my motor functions, and my mind just totally went out the window as well. I didn't know what was happening. So when that had been taken away, I really felt like, what's the point? I thought to myself, if I can't participate in life and I can't use my physical body, why would I want to be here? And for the first time ever, I feel very sad to tell you, I contemplated suicide. So I decided to really walk my talk this time when it super mattered, when the choice was life or death. And this time, life became a game just like with the cast. So with the cast, the game was, how can I still be active with my cast on? This time the game was, with this incredible handicap I have, even if I never get rid of it, how can I still want to live? How can I still have a good day and have some joy in my life? What can I still do with what I've got? And then there was a day that totally changed the game for me. So I keep showing you this incredible picture of the Garden of the Gods, and one of the reasons is this is my power spot. So much magic happens for me here. It's such a healing place. And this is one thing I'd like for you to start thinking about, is where are your safe spaces? Where are your power spots? The places that give you that energy and can really make you feel held, or a place for healing. So on a day when I was feeling pretty good, I said to Dad, I need to go to the garden. Let's go climb. That's going to make me feel better. Wouldn't you believe it? With a blindfold on, I made it to the top. Isn't that cool? But this is my absolute favorite part of the whole thing. Look at my face. I am lit up. I am alive. Does this look like the face of a hopeless person? Not at all. People ask me, why did you climb with a cast on your leg? Why did you go out climbing when you were totally sick with Lyme disease? I'll tell you why. Because I love it. Because it makes me come alive. That's why I play music. That's why I share my words here with you. I mean, I'm lit up. Look at me. Thank you. I wish this for every single one of you here, is to know what makes you come alive in life and to do it. I believe when we get into this question of what's my purpose, how do I be useful in this life, we all want to make a difference in the world. I don't think there's a single person here that says, they're screwed. Oh, maybe there's a couple. We're going to go to dark and difficult places, and we can always come back to the light. Number one, when I'm in a tough spot, I stop and I ask for help. I think about, what is my support system? Who's got my back? Number two, I go to my power spot and my safe place, where I can detach from everything. I give myself that gift. If there's anything that's stressful in my life, I let it go. Nothing is more important than my mental and my physical health. And number three, and as I said, this is most important for me, I ask myself, what do I love? What makes me come alive? Because more than anything, in any dark place, when we find what we love and we do it, everything changes. I really believe one of the greatest things we can do in life for ourselves and for others is to find what we love and to do it. I really believe this is one of the ways we can heal the world. And Howard Thurman once said, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. My name is Craig Richard. Thank you so much for coming today. God bless everybody. Thank you.